Well, I want to throw a few of your words back at you that you uttered that night that I think are particularly significant.
I didn't think what I uttered that night had survived, has
Well,
it?
you lend an ear, and I think it'll have meaning for you. I have Bloomington to thank for the most important lesson I have learned. That in quiet places, reason abounds. That in quiet people, there is vision and purpose. That many things are revealed to the humble, which are hidden from the great.
I wish I could claim authorship for the last sentence, that many things are revealed to the humble that are hidden from the great. I can't. I heard it once, uttered by a man in the United Nations, a representative of a small country. And it comes from the profound philosophy of that land. But it's a great phrase, and it's very, very true. I think it's one of the root phrases of the democratic faith, that you have to believe that it's in the multitude, in the long term, that we can rely on their decisions and their ultimate justice and their ultimate wisdom, as Jefferson said.
Governor, it seems that some of your friends feel that whenever you utter the word Illinois, that you give it a special loving kind of sound, and that people begin to feel a little wistful because they didn't grow up here. Now, just why does Illinois involve you in giving it a special loving sound?
Well, I don't know. I suppose it's home, isn't it? It's where I've lived always, and my mother and father both were born and lived, and their parents before them. I love Illinois. Its sounds, its sights, its music, its reverberations, its wealth, its might, its majesty, its beauty has meant much to me from infancy. And I've traveled all over it from corner to corner. I've been its governor. I've come to know its peoples. I've been in every one of its counties. I've even had the privilege of seeing half a century of its enormous growth. And I love it. I said in my welcoming speech to the Democratic Convention in 1952, something like, we who live here in Illinois, because it's flat and because it looks in all directions, we see and hear from all directions. And I think there's some truth in that about the Middle West, and especially about this sort of crossroads of the Middle West in Illinois.
Well, Governor, in 1948, when you were designated as the Democratic nominee for the office of governor of the state of Illinois, you went on to campaign and then became governor, elected governor by the largest majority ever given to a candidate in this state. It was your first elective office, and you had suddenly become the governor of 9 million human beings. I wonder what your reaction was at the thought of having become the governor of 9 million people.
I think that my feeling was almost more sharp and sudden at the time I decided to run for governor of 9 million people. And you spend all of your time, 18 hours a day, and I mean that literally, informing yourself about the problems of these 9 million people and who they are and what they are and where they live and what they do and how they live and breathe and think and have their being. This becomes your total preoccupation, so that becoming their governor, which has been your objective, as it was in my case, for 10 solid months of incessant travail and travel, left very little for the transition from the campaign to the election. Much of the emotional suddenness of the impact of victory had been discounted by the long period of preparation.
I was thinking about the feeling that you would have the responsibility of guiding the lives of 9 million people. I wonder what it would be if it were increased to 170 millions.
Yes.
Can you ponder that with me for a moment?
Yes, I have. I tried to ponder it in writing and orally in my acceptance speech at the time I ran in 1952. I said of the presidency that the burdens of that office staggered the imagination. Its potential for good or evil, now and in the years of our lives, smothers exaltation and converts vanity to prayer.